tomato babies I didn't see. Well, as you can kind of guess right now, it is... Hold on, guys. I've fallen over. Come back with me. There we go. So, as you can kind of see, it is a potting day for tomatoes. I've already done 4, maybe 5 different kinds right now, and I'm already at 150-ish. So, and we're not done. But yeah, so come along with me as I get ready to pot some more of these guys. I just made some more soil for it, and it's very rainy. I don't know if you guys can hear it out there. The wind's kind of picking up. It's rained off and on all day. We had storms this morning, and most of the day. So it's just been very nasty, gloomy weather. And then I looked on our 10-day forecast, and there's supposed to be some nights in the 30s. What? Welcome to spring. So, yeah, let's get going. Here, let's make some room here. Plant these babies. I've got so many babies. Okay, you're going there for right now. Alright. So these guys, let's turn it around. Are mortgage lifters. There's lots of videos of people out there taking their tomatoes out, so I won't bore you with that, but let me sit here for a second. Well, that chair's not gonna work. Give me 1 second here, guys. That's better. All right. So how's everybody doing? How are your gardens? Mine is soggy right now. I don't know how everybody else is faring in all of this wonderful wet weather we're having, but oh look, there's the sunshine. Yay. But I'm having rain like crazy. And some of these tomatoes are starting to get where they need, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the leaves are starting to turn like a yellow, and so they need a little bit of fertilizer. So it's time to fertilize the babies. But let me get these guys planted. But I will, for those who are wondering, I will have some of these plants for sale. I don't know where yet. I've still got to get in contact with the local flea market that's over here, or a farmer's market I should say, and see what their hours are going to be. And I've also, with my normal work that I do, they're changing my hours around a little bit, so I'll be working Saturdays for a little while. So that'll put a little damper on when I can so yeah, with work, I'll be starting Saturdays for a little while again. So I won't be able to sell plants on Saturdays unless it's after a certain time during that Saturday. Unless people are willing to drive all the way to Chattanooga, which I'm not going to make everybody do. So Saturday sales will just have to be either later in the day, or they'll just have to wait until my Saturdays are over with at work. But it's amazing, really, with tomato plants, how gentle you don't have to be with these guys while planting. With some plants, you have to be like extremely gentle with them, or they fall apart, or they don't. These guys, as long as you don't like screw up their leaves, they're hardy little boogers. Because I'm just gently pulling them out of the soil here, and you can tell it's time to pick these guys up and get them planted. The ones on the other side are peppers. So when I did these trays, which you guys saw a couple weeks back, actually it's been almost a month now, I think, I planted peppers on one side and tomatoes on the other side, and that worked really good. And keeping the dome on them, because I've got a dome over here, which is essentially a plastic tote that I don't know where the top went. So I've been using it as a dome, and having it over top has really, it really was great for them. It really kept the humidity correct and made it so much easier. And almost 100% germination on how many I put in here. Some did get a little bit of sun scald, I noticed on one of them, because it overheated in here because I had the dome on, and it was one of those really hot days that we had that it's not typical for this time of year. It was almost 80, and I forgot to, because this doesn't have adjustable things in it yet to open and close. So it got over 100 in here, and these plants did not appreciate that. So a few of them have struggled. I think the King of Siberian, I think it's called, that one I don't know if it's alive or not, so I'm leaving it in those other containers for a little while and see if they do anything before I pull them. And yes, I know some of these do not have all their true leaves yet. You guys over here so you can see that. See, some of these do not have their true leaves. Some do, so that's kind of why I'm pulling them. With tomatoes, you don't always have to wait for their true leaves to come on before you transplant them, because tomatoes are really hardy. Their stems can become roots. So if I plant, like this one, I'm going to plant a little deeper. And this one I've got to add a little bit of soil to. I didn't put enough in there. But tomatoes are pretty hardy. All right, and as you can see, I forgot to water this one before, or wet it down before I stuck it in. So those poor plants are going to bounce around a little bit, but it'll be okay. And still got a couple to go. I've still got a few plants to go in the tomatoes before I'm done up potting them, but I'm getting there. I've got, well, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that'll need to be up potted in the next probably a couple days. And then I've got 4 more that'll need to be up potted in about the next 2 weeks. And then peppers will be ready to up pot in probably another week, because they're still a little tiny. I'm gonna let them go another couple days before I try to transplant them. But yeah, that's, I mean, this is tomatoes right now, my sea of tomatoes. These guys, we got these. It's just a sea of tomatoes. Some of those 6 cells are not full. Some of them only have a couple in it, but they're all up potted. As you can see, some of them do need fertilizer because I noticed their leaves are yellowing. But other than that, they're looking beautiful. This one's already got some true leaves on it, right here. And this one here has got a good grouping of true leaves, and so does this one here. So, and this is what happens when you leave the dome on in over 80 degree day and you have over 100 degrees in your greenhouse. It fries them. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 and I might up pot it and see if they do anything. If not, it's just gonna, this little guy is just gonna be a loss. But oh well, it happens. We all may have oops moments. Mine just happened to be with tomatoes this year. Which also last year I had a big oops moment with tomatoes, but we're not gonna go there. But yeah, we got peppers that are doing beautifully. These habanadas right here. Sorry, my hand keeps getting in the way, but the sun keeps coming out and it's blinding everything. But these are the habanadas that are doing beautifully. And then the Italians are really starting to pop out. I've got some big reds that are coming. I don't see any of my, none of the hot peppers are coming up, but I'm not going to get those as a loss until they don't come up at all. But even these ones which were late, I didn't plant these until just about a week ago. They're already looking beautiful. These are my last minute. I need these varieties because my sister was like, your nephew likes these, plant them. So these are the last minute babies. These ones didn't make, I don't think these ones made it. They look a little sad. But these 3 varieties are beautiful. Thank goodness the blueberry, because he really liked that one. I just plant more again. But anyway, that's that for the... I almost forgot to show you guys. I have basil babies. Look at these little tiny basil babies. I thought this whole tray didn't make it, but apparently it surprised me. So we got basil. Yay! I'll have to uppot these guys. They're getting too big for their little mini blocks. Because these are the mini soil blocks. And I'll have to pot them into the big ones. And then, I don't know how many flowers survived in there. I'll have to check that out. But, look at the leeks. And those little tiny things that are here in this corner are celery. So leeks are going to have to get transplanted because they're going nuts. I don't know, some people are probably freaking out going, don't transplant the leeks. But I've not had problems transplanting them, so. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. And the next time I see you guys, hopefully, I'll be transplanting probably the basil, and then I'll be planting some stuff out in the garden because it's starting to get warm. Even though with those 30-degree nights coming up, I'm gonna wait a little bit, but I think I'm gonna try to plant a couple things just because. Oh, and I'll have to take you guys out the next time for the peas. My sugar snap peas are doing really well. But I did have some things bolt on me, so shucks, got too long. Oh well, I can never do broccoli. Alright, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time. Almost forgot to show you guys. I have basil babies. Look at these little tiny basil babies. I thought this whole tray didn't make it, but apparently it surprised me. So we got basil. Yay! I'll have to uppot these guys. They're getting too big for their little mini blocks. Because these are the mini soil blocks. And I'll have to pot them into the big ones. And then, I don't know how many flowers survived in there. I'll have to check that out. But, look at the leeks. And those little tiny things that are here in this corner are celery. So leeks are going to have to get transplanted because they're going nuts. I don't know, some people